Hello, my name is Fernando David, and on this video, we're going to be discussing the 2020 trends and what we think we're going to see in 2021. So let's go ahead and begin in 2020. As we all know, 2020 has been a crazy year. Can't wait for it to be over. But in 2020, here are some of the trends that we saw for Airbnb. Number one, staycations. More and more people, because of the travel ban, not only international, but a lot of travel bans within the states, more people decided to take vacations locally. So we saw a big increase in staycations. Number two, flexible cancellation. Those of you that have been following my channel and those of you that are part of my mentor group, you know that I pushed this early on. You should definitely be or definitely have a flexible cancellation, because when we have uncertain times, people don't want to commit to longer travel plans, right? So having a flexible cancellation policy gives the traveler the ability to go ahead and book without the worry that they're going to lose their money. Number three, longer stays. This has increased tremendously. In fact, Airbnb, if you haven't noticed, switched to a different business model. Their model now is more closely related to VRBO, right? VRBO has always been a longer stay type of business model. They tend to have only larger homes. They don't have shorter stays, etc. But Airbnb has switched that to longer stays. Is definitely one of the trends we saw in 2020. Number four, this is for me was bad, but number four, we saw a huge increase in party houses. The problem was so bad that Airbnb decided that they're going to completely ban party houses. And in fact, this year, just recently, I think it was a couple of months ago, they even sued a guest for throwing a party in an Airbnb home, and they banned guests or taking properties off the market where hosts were allowing party houses. So party houses for 2020 was a big problem and was a huge trend. Number five, I just mentioned before, larger homes. More and more people are traveling in larger groups. More families are combining with their in-laws or with their cousins, etc. They're traveling together and they're renting longer homes or larger homes. So larger homes was a big trend for 2020. Now, again, if you follow my channel, if you're part of my mentor team, I'm not a fan of larger homes. In fact, I believe that smaller homes are more profitable, easier to manage, but there is a demand and there was a trend for larger homes in 2020. 6 and 7 go hand in hand, and that is office space and high-speed internet. Many of the people traveling today are combining travel with work, right? More and more people are working from home, have the ability to work from anywhere. And if you live in New York City, Chicago, or some heavily populated urban area, most likely you don't want to be there. So you're traveling to areas like South Florida, another big place is Tennessee, Pensacola area, where you can have the ability to work from home, still go outside and enjoy the fresh air, the beaches, etc. So they're doing that and they're staying there longer, right? So those were the trends for 2020. Now, what I think the trends for 2021 going to be? Exactly what we saw in 2020. I don't think we're going to see much difference because I don't think this virus stuff is actually going to go away as quickly as many people think or many people hope. There's still going to be a lot of people afraid to travel, and as a result, we're going to see many of these trends in 2021. And we're going to recap them again, right? We're going to see work from home or work, travel and work combined. You're going to see a high emphasis in safety and cleanliness, and as a result, we're going to see more demand for Airbnb rentals, because more people are still going to be afraid to stay at hotels, and they would prefer a private home. Still big demand for flexible cancellation, longer stays. You're going to see a huge increase in domestic travel, right? we're going to still see a big demand for entire homes. Here's the bad part. If you are a Airbnb host that shares a room in your house, I think you're going to struggle. I think you're going to have a hard time in 2021. And I'm sure you had a hard time in 2020. People are not going to want to interact with people that they don't know. As a result, that type of business model is going to struggle in 2021. In addition to that, not that you're going to struggle, but I don't see the trend going as high as we saw in years past for smaller properties. So for example, I have many studios, one-bedroom apartments that have done okay. I think we're going to do okay in 2021, but they're not going to do as good as entire homes are. And we're still going to see a big increase in the need and demand for office space, and as a result, high-speed internet. So if you have a home and you haven't created some kind of work station for your property, I highly recommend you do that. And if you've been cheap for the past X amount of years, if you've been running your business, stop being freaking cheap. Pay for that very high internet, high quality internet, and you're going to see that you're going to be more successful in 2021. Okay, I hope this information was useful. If you have any questions or comments, please list them below. Specifically, if you see trends or you think you're going to see a trend that I haven't mentioned, go ahead and list it below so we can discuss and have a debate on that. Please share, like, follow us on Instagram, and hit that notification button. See you in the next one.